Hi guys, it's Al, the Spiritual Atheist, back from my next video. I think this is number 6. I had my first, I guess you would call it a chemo treatment today. Uh, Incredibly unpleasant, but the uh, after effects were not as bad as expected. And I got 5 more to go once a week. I spoke in the last video about, trying to be a follower of this and that in my life. And one of the things that I attempted to follow unsuccessfully was the teachings of Buddhism. Uh, I left that particular teaching because of certain, what I consider superstitions, that is, like karma, uh, that just didn't work. And plus, I wasn't too impressed with the compassion that I saw from American Buddhists, though as individuals, yes, as a group, not so much. Um, in any case, it's been a source of inspiration to me, as has been just about everything else that I've been attracted to. I find inspiration in Roman history and the history of World War II, to other of my pet subjects or interests. But today I want to tell you a story about the Buddha. Now, the Buddha has authority, unlike me, and his authority comes from what he announced and others accept as his enlightenment. So up until the Enlightenment, we're dealing with a guy, and after the Enlightenment, we're dealing with something else, supposedly. Well, this story takes place before. Uh, this is during the time when he is meditating his little heart out. After living a life of luxury, he just turned around and went the other way entirely, which was the particular teaching of that accepted Hinduism in the area in which he lived. The idea of conquering the body, of mastering it totally by starving it, by torturing it, this sort of thing. And he really got into this. He was quite the follower, I guess. And one day, while meditating on a rock, he had an amazing realization or insight. And that realization was that when you're sitting meditating on a rock long enough, it's going to make your ass hurt. And so he went and got some reeds and weaved himself a little cushion and sat down on that and felt much better, thank you very much. The story goes on that a milkmaid went by and he begged some milk from her and drank it and found it to be delicious. And this was the finding, so to speak, of the middle path, the avoidance of extremes. The Zen tradition takes the middle path to ridiculous lengths, perhaps, but admirable at the same time. That is, when you are sitting, you sit with neither pride nor humbleness, but right in between. Carry yourself just so. You don't walk too slow, you don't walk too fast. Everything is sort of programmed. But it's basically a good idea because by avoiding certain extremes, we are able to learn and and perhaps, take in something new. I'm reminded of an argument that I had with a doctor some years ago that he was saying that I shouldn't suppress my anger because suppression is bad. And my response was, look, either if you suppress it or express it, in either case, you're trying to get rid of it. You don't want to touch it. There's a third option. There's the middle path, which is actually to touch the anger, to feel it, to become one with it, to feel its heat, to learn from it, not to be afraid of it. And he didn't quite grasp that, but it didn't matter, I did. But to get back to also the Buddha, that what's interesting, up until this point, he had been a follower. Now, he's not enlightened or anything like that, but he basically said to all the formal teachings that he had been given, all the gurus, everything, he basically said, fuck it. I'm going to trust myself, not them. And my ass hurts, and I'm going to make a cushion. And then I will go back to my sitting. And I could use some food. I think I'll have myself some milk. I know it's forbidden, but fuck it. This is my trip. I think there's something that we can be inspired by from that. It doesn't make him perfect. He went on to miss the boat on half the human race. His views on women are absolutely ridiculous. He never spoke out against slavery. He did speak out against the caste system, so give him a point for that. But never against slavery. So, that we're dealing with a man who was the product of his time, as we all are. But nonetheless, someone that inspires me now and then. And I thought I would share that story with you tonight. Peace.